Hello. Been a long time since I did a video. I've had a lot of things going on lately. I wanted to give an update. Uh, it's just going to be something fast on my phone here. It's going to do it in one shot, and hopefully it doesn't get too messed up because I can't edit it. My computer with my editing software is down, so I'm just going to do this fast as I can, and hopefully try not to screw it up too bad. In the past, I had done videos about my low testosterone, and I was taking Clomid, and I had stopped taking that. I said I was giving an update on what happened with that. I had stopped taking it because I had started having where one of my testicles would hurt, and I felt like it was swole up. And at first I thought maybe I just pinched it or something, and it would go away, but it didn't really go away. And for some reason I'd stopped taking the Clomid, and when I did, it went away. And I thought I was a little curious, So I figured I'll try it again, do another run and see if it was what it was. I started doing it again, and within a week it started hurting again. And so I got off that, and I mean, that's enough to scare anyone. I actually went and I started taking testosterone injections. Let's just say testosterone injections. And I was taking 250 milligrams a week of testosterone, and injections in my thigh. It's not the most pleasant thing if you've never given yourself shots. You're using a 1.5-inch needle, 20, I can't remember what gauge it was. It's fairly large. This stuff's thick, so you can't use a small needle. And I was using that for a couple months, and I felt great. Felt really good. And I got a new job. I was still driving truck, but I'm hauling a mobile medical scanner to clinics and things. And I'm doing real good. I made good money before, and I am making way more than I was then. And I was up in Dallas a couple months ago, and I woke up. I was in the truck, and I woke up, and my forearm was bruised from my elbow to my wrist, and there was really no reason I could think of for it. I hadn't hit it, hadn't done anything. Went to the trailer, and I hooked myself up on the blood pressure machine, and my blood pressure was like 200 over 130, something like that. So I went and called the doctor. I made an appointment for the next day. I went in, had all my labs done. I had to go have an ultrasound done on my arm, see if I had a blood clot, which I did not. I had gotten all my labs back, and they found I have, what they had diagnosed eventually as it's polycythemia vera. It's a kind of a rare benign blood cancer. I make too many red blood cells. This is something that explains all the fatigue and bone and joint pain I've had for the last 1.5 years that they couldn't find anything for. Basically, my blood is not transporting oxygen as it should because it's so thick. My red blood cells the count was so high. I started on phlebotomies, it's like giving blood, or I had to go once a week to have a 1/2 liter of blood taken out, and for a couple months. And when I started going, my blood was like almost black when it would come out. It was really kind of scary looking. It also explains all the bruising I was having. One of the main side effects of it was blood clots, bruising, and heart attacks. So anyways, it was about 3 months. I had cancer for 3 months, and I did not like my doctor. We had we butted heads. He basically wouldn't do any of the testing. They diagnosed it just on the symptoms. There's genetic testing that can be done to see if I had the gene mutations that would have confirmed the diagnosis, but he didn't want to do them. He said they were expensive tests, and basically the treatment was the same whether it was cancer or not, but I couldn't get him to do it, so I went to MD Anderson in Houston Cancer Hospital, made an appointment over there. One of the main specialists in the country, one of the head guys, is over there, and I went over there in one day, did 57 tests. I gave, I don't even know, 25, 27 vials of blood. I was over there all day. They did the genetic testing. had me scheduled for a bone marrow biopsy. I kind of talked my way out of that because I had to go back to work the next day. It was a very expensive appointment. It took about a week and a half to get the results back, and lo and behold, I don't have cancer anymore. Well, I never had it. I just have secondary polycythemia, which can be caused by any number of things. Basically, right now, they all think it's because I'm fat and I have sleep apnea, which I don't agree with. But I mean, I may have it. I don't think it's all the problem, but we'll see. I did a sleep study last night. I don't have the results of it back yet, but you know, any day you don't have cancer is a good day. But you know, it was kind of nice. At least for a while there, I had an answer why I felt the way I did, and you know, people who always just said I'm lazy and fat and whatever, you know, I had something I could point to and say, no, bastard, you know, see, this is there's something really wrong with me. But I guess now we're just back to being fat again. So when I got that diagnosis, I had stopped taking the testosterone injections because one of the side effects of TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, is increased red blood cells, and so it didn't cause my problem, but it wasn't helping. You know, I had the problem already long before I started taking the testosterone, and I was taking the testosterone to kind of fight the side effects of the fatigue and get some energy back, but I guess I was making it worse, or making it worse faster, at least. So there you go, kids. Don't self-diagnose yourself. But anyways, when I stopped taking the testosterone, I'm pretty much right back to having no energy again and hurting all the time. And now I'm on a handful of blood pressure meds every day, and I feel like a zombie. My blood pressure at its highest when I went to the doctor was 240 over 140, and my pulse was running 140 beats a minute, and so they were just waiting for me to stroke out, and that was on my existing meds. They had stopped working. Come to find out, my kidneys are not functioning well. The lack of oxygen in my blood has my kidneys not working, and the blood pressure meds I was on, they work in the kidneys. So my blood pressure meds just stopped working. That's why my blood pressure jumped up so high. So I got a bunch of other things going on right now I'm still thinking about, but that's where we're at. Pretty much everything with the Philippines. I mean, we're all still on hold with that. I don't know exactly what's going on. We're still working on getting my fiance here. It takes a while, and this last 6 months or so, it's just I've done nothing. Just trying to make sure I don't die before it happens. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna upload this, and it's not gonna be anything pretty. It's just a cell phone video, and I'm not gonna have an intro or anything. I hope you guys get something from these, and like my videos, and subscribe. And I don't do a whole lot. I kind of go up and down with the videos, and but I'll try to do something here pretty quick. Thank y'all. Bye.